Good afternoon, guys. Derek here with Dad Guys. Just getting ready to change the axle out on my 2021 RZR XP 1004 Premium Edition. And right now, with the step I'm at, here's what happened. We were at the Silver Lake Sand Dunes this last weekend. Made it about 2.5 times around. Axle just kind of came apart. So that's at least what happened. So take the wheel off. You're going to take the brake caliper off. There's two 15mm bolts. One there and one up here. And you're just going to take those out. You're going to take the cotter pin out. Okay. Now on to the next step. All right, guys. So a key step that I forgot was to remove the CV axle nut with the tire still on. My impact just doesn't have enough juice behind it, so make sure you leave it on, loosen it up, then you can pull the tire off. Otherwise, you're not going to get it off. I'm using a breakover bar, works just fine. So, all right, guys, on with the video. All right, guys, so I got the 15mm bolts out of the A-arm, as you can see. So upper and lower, I got that one out and it's moved around. Now I just have to pull the CV shaft from the transfer case and get that pulled out of there. Another tip, guys, is get a bungee or some kind of way to hold up your brake caliper. Keeps it out of your way, makes it a lot easier to mess around with. Another thing, guys, is check your bearing. Make sure it's not damaged, marred up, and clean it up. Make sure there's no debris or dirt in there. Same thing when I pull the CV shaft out. I'm going to clean that around there. So, all right, guys, got the axle pulled out. You're just going to have to tug on it a few times to get it out. So make sure your surface is clean. And then I've got the new axle I'm going to be putting in. I'm going to try out the Tusk Gladiator Extreme Duty CV cycle. So I'm going to try this one out. See how it holds up. Picked it up off of Amazon. I believe it was 168 bucks. So overall, not a bad process. This is the first one I've ever done. It's my second RZR I've owned. So, all right, guys, continue on. All right, guys, so continuing on with the build. Got the CV shaft in, pressed all the way through. What I had to do on mine is the shock and A-arm was in the way. So I just took a strap, wrapped it here, and cranked it up out of the way. Made it 10 times easier to try to get that shaft in there because of the splines. Make sure you grease up the splines really well. It'll help you also get it in there. So now I've got this side to finish up, grease up, finish up, and then put back together. All right, guys, got the new axle or CV shaft axle put in. Got it all buttoned up. Now it's got to get the wheel back on. Just remember, when you do this, you're going to need a 15mm, 2 bolts, one here, one down here for the upper and lower A-arm. And I believe for that center nut, I've got a 1 1/16. All right, guys, continue. Hey, guys, Derek here with Dad Guys. Just wanted to throw this out there. Guys, before you go on your off-roading trip and adventure, first of all, check all your lug nuts on your machine. Make sure that they are good to go. Also, check your tire pressure. Last week, we were at Silver Lake Sand Dunes. We had like 14 PSI on each tire, so I have to raise the tire pressure up. And the This week we're going to be heading to Rocks and Valleys. Guys, just always check your tire pressure before you go to a new place. All right, guys, that's all I had for you. Dad Guy's out. Peace.